Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm wondering if we still have technical difficulties. Are we hearing any sound? Is there anybody out there paying attention to us that can give us a yes, we can hear you, or no, we can't? Hey, Susie's on there. Susie, can you hear us?
You're good?
Hey, we're good. All right, yeah. Hey, that's right, baby. We're good. All right, so we apologize for the technical difficulty. For some reason, I got a new iPhone 7 yesterday. Well, not for some reason that I got a phone. I mean, there's a reason for it, right? But I got the new iPhone 7 and apparently I know how to work it because the video and the audio didn't work.
Well, we never came out and said we were the smartest crayons in the box.
We're not the sharpest knives in the drawer.
You didn't like the crayons?
Well, I did, but I needed to come up with something else.
Why?
Anyway.
Wait, can I say something real quick?
You can.
You know, on behalf of Mavidia and myself, I just wanted to give you a little reward before we got started here.
You did.
Just want to give you this. You could show it off to everybody and just let everybody know.
So
that.
I know that you can't see this right way. It's backwards on Facebook Live, but Michael just presented me with the best hair award at Mavidia Technology Group. Which don't touch it. No,
I'm not gonna touch it. I know the rules, man. I know the rules.
Don't touch it. But Michael gave me the best hair award, which is good because he. Hang on a second. I don't think you can swipe up.
Just swipe up, literally. Yeah,
you got to be on it.
Yeah, that's that new iPhone thing.
All right, so this iPhone 7 got here yesterday. I don't know how to use it. It's putting weird messages on my screen, and so bear with us. But anyway, so I just got the best hair award at Mavidia, and mine's better than Michael's. We have this battle internally.
It's
so
great.
I appreciate you
It's
finally.
great. Yeah, I just have to. I just really had to get you that.
Yeah,
it meant a lot to me.
So we're not here to talk about hair, though. No,
I don't think we are.
No, we're here to talk about websites and specifically winning on the web. So as you may or may not have heard, we at Mavidia Technology Group, we've got a lot of smart people like Michael on our team, and we're going to try to feature them in a weekly segment where we get them live and we ask them questions and we talk through some strategies that will help you as a small business owner use technology to better improve your small business. Okay. And for us, it starts with a website. So I'm Eric, CEO of Mavidia Technology Group. This is Michael Garianti. He's one of our fantastic web designers and near and dear to my heart because I actually have a degree in graphic design and I started my internet career as a web designer. So I like to go in and meddle with what Michael's doing on a regular basis. Wow, we just got some huge news that came through. Did you read that?
I didn't.
Oh my.
What was it? Oh, we're not allowed to say it.
I can't say it yet.
Oh.
We just got some massive, holy cow, massive news. Wow, massive news.
I don't even know what it is.
You didn't see the...
No.
We're getting ready to make a huge announcement at Mavidia Technology Group and Max Slider Brothers Customs, and man, I'm starting to get emotional because, wow.
Here, let me get it.
Yeah, you're going to need to.
High five.
Anyway, stay tuned because we're going to be doing that shortly. Wow, it's really throwing me off my game.
All right.
Get me back. Okay, so here we are. I'm Eric, you're Michael. We're talking about websites, and I'm a bit fired up, Mike.
All right. Oh, you want me to get fired up?
No, yeah, I want you to be fired up too because I'm fired up.
I'm fired up.
You
You
need to be.
I'm contagiously fired up.
Yeah,
because you
good.
got me all fired up.
Awesome. We need to talk about that.
All right, let's talk about it.
So, at Mavidia Technology Group, we believe that your website is the single most important component of your marketing effort. Okay? And we're going to post this graphic. I know it's backwards right now, but basically, sorry, Mike. How's that? How's that work? You still there, buddy? Anyway, this graphic shows basically, here's all your marketing efforts, and your website's at the center of it. Okay? We're going to post this on our Facebook feed. We're going to have Kim, can you post it here shortly? To give you an idea of what we're talking about, but what we mean is that your website is the cornerstone of everything you do from a marketing perspective, because all your marketing efforts should point back to the website, right? Business cards, they should have your website URL on it, right? Print advertising, your ads that you post in the newspaper and magazine, they have your website address on it, don't they? You want people to go there. You advertise on the internet when you register on Google and try to get results and people find you online. Well, that's pointing back to your website.
That's a huge one.
Right?
Yeah.
If you're running TV campaigns, television ads, events, right? All that stuff has your website address.
Ads on the web. Yeah.
Ads on the web.
Facebook, AdWords, or not Facebook, Facebook ads and Google AdWords.
Right.
I mean, all that.
Radio
Everything.
advertising, everything
I think
you do.
we've gotten the point across.
Do you guys understand that everything you do has your website address on it? Okay? Man, I'm getting fired up. My blood's starting
Did you bring up
because
we did that. The poll we polled our salesmen are polling prospects and stuff, and we're polling them. We're asking them, how good do you think your website is?
That's right. Thanks for bringing me back and getting so fired up and where I'm at. So recently, our sales reps went out and met with over 50 business owners. And we've got a questionnaire that's comprised of 10 questions that has the business owner rank their site on each question. So they give themselves a 1 through 10 score. And 10 questions, so a possible 10 of 100 points. The average score with over 50 business owners was a 54.
Yikes.
54 out of 100. Now, where'd you go to school, Mike?
I went to St. Mary's growing up.
St. Mary's.
St. Clair.
I went to St. Mary's Church. Probably
Nice.
different, but anyway.
Maybe.
Did you get you get scored on your papers
I
and
know
your
where you're going.
tests and whatnot?
Yeah, and a 55.
54.
54. Oh man, I believe that's an F.
What is that? F.
It's got
F.
yeah.
Even in Donovan, Illinois, when I went to Donovan High School, a 54% was an F. Was failing. F is for fail.
That's fail.
Right? I don't get this. But the average small business owner that we met with, over 50 of them, gave themselves an F. Gave their website an F.
Well, and the questions we were asking, we weren't trying to, hey, how do you compare yourself to Google, or how do you compare yourself to, name any Fortune 50 company out there. We weren't asking them to compare themselves to Fortune 50 companies. We were just saying, hey, on an honest to God survey here, how do you rank yourself?
Exactly. Questions like,
right.
I've got it right here. My site is easy to update. Average score was like a 4 or a 5. My site is easy to update. I mean, that's basic stuff, people. My site converts leads to new customers each month. I am excited to refer people to my site. Rank yourself 1 to 10.
That's a big one. That's possibly the biggest one on there.
Do you know how many people I saw rank that as a 1 out of 10?
Yeah, that's...
1 being, so the question is, I'm excited to refer people to my website. They gave themselves a 1.
That's awful.
They're embarrassed about their website.
Yeah, and...
I'm shocked.
It's stunning.
I'm shocked. Average score is an F. Okay, so what are we going to do about it? I've decided that we're going to take a little bit more bold stance because we can help people. We need to help people, Michael, understand that their website's the cornerstone of their marketing effort. Their website is a virtual salesperson that sits out there online and either helps prospects and customers engage that small business, or it helps them search out their competitor and engage the competitor. Right? Because if you're looking on the internet and you do a search for, let's say, landscaping, landscapers, Bloomington, Illinois, and you go and look at 4 or 5 websites, how are you going to make that decision based on what you're seeing on their websites?
Well, I'm a designer, and
he's a designer.
Maybe I'm a little biased, but
good point.
Design does affect my decision. But that goes without saying. I think everyone is affected by the design around them, and possibly more the usability standpoint. It's not all design. It's not all pretty. What color resonates with you the best. It's about how easy to use the website is. And going back to what you were saying about a website being the centerpiece of your marketing efforts. I mean, I don't know how many times, 9 times out of 10, whatever, but the website is the first thing that the customer is seeing. You know, a lot of the time they're not just calling you being like, hey, I've heard about this business, I'm going to call them. They search you on the web. That's the first interaction they have with your business. And, you know, going back to saying, and what we found, business owners were saying a 1 out of 10 for, are you proud of that? Are you listing a 1 for the first interaction someone has with your business?
Yeah.
I mean, that's scary.
It's
almost.
Have you ever heard the saying, you have one chance to make
Right,
a
you have
first
one
impression?
chance, right? One chance first impression.
One chance to make a first impression. And most of your prospects that engage you or contact you, the first impression is your website. And you just told us you're giving it an F.
Yeah.
If you give it an F, if you give it anything less than an A, you're missing the boat.
Right.
You're giving people the wrong impression, or they're getting the impression that your website, which is an F, is basically
Right.
parallel to how your business or your products are ranked.
Yeah.
Right? Do you provide F quality products or services?
Right.
No. You shouldn't.
It's a reflection of your brand.
You're not going to
It
be in
is.
business long, I
Yeah.
guess, if you do. People talk.
Right.
Anyway, so your website has to be a virtual salesperson that makes a great first impression for prospects and needs to align with who you are as an organization, and it needs to be outstanding. Because if you don't make your website outstanding, your competitors are. Okay? And they're taking business from you every day.
Yep.
Because that's how people find solution providers,
Right.
products. They search online.
Okay.
And they're usually using your phone.
Right.
They're using a phone.
More than that.
Okay.
Times than that.
Anyway, so we're fired up. People are giving themselves an Fs and they're not doing anything about it. It's time to do something about it, Michael.
Is there any hope?
There is hope. There's a lot of hope. And
Right.
that's the thing is it doesn't take much to change that. It doesn't take much. It's not
No.
a massive investment.
No.
It's not, you don't have to spend $1 million to have a great website, right? You just have to have a good partner and someone knows what they're doing.
Right.
And dedicate a little consistent, make a consistent investment and spend a little money
Yeah.
and give it the attention it deserves.
Right.
It's the cornerstone of your marketing effort. Okay, we beat up that dead horse. Now it's time, we got to give them just 3 things to think about.
Yeah.
There's so many things that they can do to their website. Let's give them 3 things that they can think about and answer any questions. If you have questions that come to mind as we're talking about this, feel free to answer them. We're going to try to answer them live. We're going to try not to get sidetracked too much, but I have shiny object syndrome, so squirrel, and I'm off, right? But thankfully, Michael's, well, he's got it too. But we're going to try to keep each other on task. So ask the questions live. We're going to answer them.
Yep.
But 3 things that they need to be thinking about so that they can win on the web.
Yep.
Right? Number 1, and it's one that's near and dear to your and my heart,
Yeah.
right? Because we got design degrees like in college and everything, right? So
That's our path.
holler. That's right. Number 1 is, take it away.
Number 1 is content. You know, creating compelling.
No, number 1 is not content.
Number 1. Oh, sorry.
It's
missed the boat, dude.
It's near and dear to our heart.
Yeah, this is okay. That's right. Yeah, I can't read very well, so you got it.
This is our first time.
Give me some.
This is our first
patience.
time. It's all right, man.
I
We're
know.
just here to help.
I got
right?
it.
We're spending our time helping.
I know.
Here's
These are
the-
all important to me, though.
Here's the deal. All these things are important. We have a few written down, and at the end, very end, like I typically do, I saw Michael's list and then I changed it all.
Yeah,
right
he
before we went
changed
on.
it.
So blame it on me. Number 1 is actually
It's the new and fresh design.
a design.
Design is
right?
killer.
Design.
And that. So again, I talked about this a little bit ago, but design isn't always just, oh, what color are you using, or how is the content arranged on the page, the composition. It's a user-driven design. That's what we believe here at Movidia. We believe in creating sites that are built for users.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean by saying that?
Because you can have the prettiest website in the
Right.
world, but if people can't use it, they're not going to stick around.
Right.
And they're going to think, well, maybe this company is not
Right.
easy to use, period. You know, they can't use their website.
Exactly.
Maybe I can't use them.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I think is so basic is, and the way I like to think about it is, gone are the days that you can let your website sit out there 5-6 years and just expect people to like it,
Yeah.
right? Technology changes
So fast.
lightning fast. And we have gotten on a schedule about every 2 years, 18 months to 2 years,
Yeah.
we redesign our website. If your website hasn't been redesigned in the last 3 years, you need to change it.
Right.
I'm going to draw the line in the sand right there. 36 months. If it hasn't changed, then people have already been there, checked it out, and made a decision about you. Give them some more, give them a new design.
Right.
There's new technology that comes
Every
into play.
week, there's something every single week. I'm not even kidding that I either utilize that I've never utilized before. I mean, it just changes so fast.
Yeah.
It really does. And I think a kind of a decent way to compare it is your cell phone, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
So
That's
Eric,
a great point.
Eric just got, and actually our website contracts coincide kind of like a cell phone bill, right? So we're on a 2-year plan. Just thinking about a cell phone, I usually upgrade mine every 2 years, but when I do upgrade it after 2 years, it's beat up, right? It's got scuffs on, it's all scratched up. The battery hardly works. The screen size is always, they're always making them bigger and better and higher resolution and doing this and that. I mean, I upgrade every 2 years, and I feel like I'm holding something from the Stone Age after 2 years.
Yeah, and after 18 months or 12 months, you're like, oh man, I got to get the next.
Right, yeah,
fastest thing, right?
Yeah.
Because there's new technology,
Yeah.
new things you could use, improvements that
Yeah.
you make. Your website's the same way. The technology's changing. We're featuring a lot of video, something called WebM,
Right, yeah,
that we've been using a lot. That's actually not new anymore,
It's not
but
that new,
I don't
right.
see many people using
Yeah.
because they don't know about it. But it's new, old
Right.
technology that allows you to use video and make an effect. So if you go to mavidea.com, MAVIDEA.com, you'll see that we use some video. And that was brought to us by a little piece of technology that Michael and I are talking about. So new and fresh design. If it's over 3 years old, people, it needs to change. It needs to change.
Yep.
And you can't just make something that's pretty. You got to make something that's functional. And
Yeah.
that takes more than just a graphic designer.
Right. And so in terms of, creating this conversation here, Eric, what do you, when you visit a website, what do you usually have something in mind, or you don't have a lot of time out there to just browse the web, I'm assuming, right?
Right.
So if you visit somebody's website, tell me a little bit about your process when you visit
Yeah,
a website.
well, that's a great question, because I'm really the ideal customer profile that we're trying to attract at Mavidea. I'm a busy small business owner. I have very little time to do much of anything. Just ask my wife, and I'm on the go. Right, I'm trying to put out a fire. I'm trying to get an employee an answer. I'm trying to close that next deal with that customer. I'm trying to, I'm covering a lot of ground. The last thing I have time for is to surf around very much to try to find something, right? So I want to find it. I want to find it now. I want it to be good, and then I make my decision. Okay.
Yeah.
So if your design's good and they can find information on your site quickly,
Yeah.
right?
That's king.
That website wins,
Right.
right? So let's see. William Masters just popped in and they made the comment. You guys did a great job with our website. Thanks, Michael and Rebecca, for working with us. Hey guys, thank you very much. We appreciate that. I know Michael does.
I gotta say something. They were a fantastic client to work with. I
Really?
mean, all of our clients are fantastic to work with. We just love our clients so much, but they were fantastic. We loved working with them. It was a great experience through and through.
Well, I think part of the reason is because they understand the value of having a good website.
Yeah.
Right? And they're in a frame of mind that they have to put attention, resources, investment behind that website, because there's an opportunity there to grow your business if you take it seriously and have a good design. So it starts with design.
Well, and specifically, what an awesome thing that they chimed in, because just thinking back at the process that we went through with them, when we had them in here for our mega meeting, is what we call it. It's kind of when we get to know you and we get a plan, we get a game plan together for your website. So we want to leave that meeting thinking, all right, this is great. We got a great plan in place. Mavidea, I'm speaking as the customer now.
Sure.
Mavidea is going to deliver an awesome website. That's what we want them thinking after that mega meeting.
Yeah.
Well, with them, we had a bit of a user experience challenge on our hands. I'll call it that.
Yeah.
There were several things on their old website, and again, their business had changed, right? It had morphed, it had grown, it had evolved. And there were just things on the website, their previous website, that we went in there and we went through kind of what we wanted, like a user experience consultation. So we completely refreshed their navigation and the way that users, I always like to say, funnel through the site, right? Because like Eric said, he has a goal when he gets to a site. Usually when a user is getting to a site, they kind of start at the homepage, right? And then we want to funnel them to their goal as quickly as possible. So we just completely overhauled their navigation and just made it easy for their customers to find what they were looking for.
And it's not that hard, it's not that hard to do if you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right?
But
And so a new design, you can design, you might be able to create something in Photoshop, you might have a design program, and you might make it pretty. It doesn't mean you make it usable.
Right.
And I used to sit in usability studies. I used to work at Country Insurance Financial Services, and was on the usability team, on the UI design team, and we would come up with these gorgeous web home pages.
Right.
And I was always so crushed as a designer because I'd had this gorgeous thing that I just, was a piece of artwork, and I laid it down in front of them, and then they're like, "Oh man, I can't find anything. What's going on here?" And so it's not usable, and I was crushed. But it really brought home the point that it's more than just a pretty design.
Right.
It's got to be usable.
Right.
And I think it's a great segue into the
is.
second thing that you really need to be focused on. The first second. We let the cat out of the bag.
Whatever.
Let the cat out of the bag a little bit. That's
Yeah.
okay, because I like to keep it real. I like to be, whatever.
Keep you on your toes out there.
Yeah, that's right. I like to keep the person next to me on their toes. Second most important thing you need to be thinking about is
Right. It's content is king.
content.
Creating valuable, consistent, dynamic. I know it's probably a lot of weird, fancy words, but creating consistently updating your content.
Yep.
And being a subject matter expert in your industry. Can you tell me a little bit?
I think that's such
He named it. So he said subject matter expert, and I immediately thought, because I was trying to think of the best way to word it. But Eric, tell me a little bit about that.
I think it's such a great point, because when you're a provider of services and products, right? People that come to your website expect you to be a content or a subject matter expert, right? They expect you to understand your industry and the products and services that you provide very intimately.
Right.
So as you may or may not know, we also own a Bronco restoration shop, of all things. You can come and buy a website from us and also get a Bronco.
Leave with the Bronco the same day.
we're about as a unique experience.
We're the one-stop shop.
That's right. We have all your Bronco website needs. But on the Bronco side of the business, I constantly get phone calls and messages and emails asking me technical questions. And I'm so intrigued about that, because people expect that we know that industry very, very well, and we do.
Yeah.
But I didn't think about that role and the opportunity that role creates as we're looking to build relationships, virtual relationships, with new prospective customers, right? Your website is a tool that allows people to build a virtual relationship with you, right? And so content is king, as Michael says, like real estate, location, in the website world, content.
Yeah.
You can be a subject matter expert, and you can begin to help educate your consumers, your prospects, so that people will build that relationship with you, and then when they need your service or product, they think of you first.
Sure.
Right? So important.
Sure.
So what are some ways that you can keep your content dynamic? And I'm going to plant the seed a little bit, because I think it starts with the tool that you use. The content management system that you use around your website, right? Old HTML pages are gone, right? I remember we used to hand code HTML pages, and then
isn't that fun?
No, it wasn't. And then if you want to change your content, you had to open that technical file and know how to change it.
Do it and then upload it all again.
Upload it all again is a whole big laborious process. Now there's content management systems like WordPress, and Mike would like to tell you a little bit about how important that is.
Yeah.
So
for content management system, we use WordPress because, we use WordPress for a lot of reasons, but it's the number one CMS on the web. I'm almost 99% sure.
Yeah.
And it's as far as like security and features go, it's pretty much the industry leading content management system. And what we've done is developed a custom platform on WordPress. So every site is fully customized, fully custom designed, whatever. But we get all those features and all the usability and the functionality of a great content management system.
Yeah.
And it's
Sorry,
nice.
I'm getting phone calls as we're trying to shoot a video here, so I'll apologize for that.
I love that
Continue.
ringtone, by the way. Oh shoot, where was I?
Well, I think we're
editing.
editing,
Yeah.
and I think what's most important is, or the way I look at it, when we were looking for a content management solution, and we discovered WordPress as the solution. Part of the reason I said yeah, let's go with that tool is because we brought our training time from like 4 hours down to 1 hour.
Yeah.
It was so easy to use. And the point is, whether it's WordPress or whatever content management system, it's easy to use now. So you have no excuse not to change your content, not to introduce new pages or new information. There's no excuse because you can use it. If you can use Word, Microsoft Word, you can use
you can shoot an
WordPress.
email. If you can get a Facebook post.
Yep.
It's so
Yeah,
easy.
if you
It's
can
so
put-
easy.
If you can make a Facebook post, you can
It's
use
so easy.
a content management system.
Right.
So content is king. One of the things we do a lot at Movidia, and if you want to check out movidia.com and look at our blog, is we put a lot of blog content out there. I do a lot of articles on leadership and organizational health. So I invite you to go look at what it takes to create a great culture and make a well-run business. But we use our blog as an opportunity to add value to people, not to create it. In our case, not necessarily to create more sales, but just to enhance the relationship, the virtual relationship we have with our customers.
There's
and prospects.
value there. There's
is value
serious
there.
value.
And if they feel like, man, they're posting this content and I like what they say and whatnot, I want to do business with them.
Yeah.
I've gotten to know, like, and trust them through some of that, some of that content, some of that information.
Sure.
And that's what it's all about on the web: is know, like, and trust. You got to be you got to allow people to get to know you, let them make the decision whether they like you, and then trust you enough to contact you for services. And there'll be more on that. We're going to do a whole segment on that later. But so number 2 is content. So
Yep.
number 1, you got to have a fresh new design. If it hasn't been redesigned the last 3 years, start now.
Let's start now, right?
Get it going, because your competitors are. They're designing a new website that's going to beat you, and they're going to take your market share.
Yep.
Right? That's all there is to it. Number 2, have to have great, dynamic, consistent, valuable content. You're the subject matter expert, people. Use it to showcase that. Okay? Number 3. Are you ready for number 3?
Is marketing integration.
Marketing integration.
And they're all kind of blended, right? You know?
And so what does that mean, though? Marketing integration. What do you mean by that?
Going back to our little fancy graph here. Ta-da.
There you go. The one that's backwards. I'll hold it up.
The one that's backwards, yeah.
Maybe you can read upside down,
Upside
backwards.
down, backwards. That's great. That's great. So one thing that we like to do on our website and many other websites is integrating our social media. So having social media presence. And by presence I mean like linking out to on social media, on the website, and including different ways for users to engage other marketing avenues.
Right.
Is that the best way to say that?
I think you're hitting it right on the head. And it's about that relationship.
Right.
Right? It's about giving them another avenue, prospects and customers, another avenue to build a virtual relationship with you. Right? And all these tools are different. So we get this question a lot. And hang on, let me wipe this window out. I'm getting more messages. We get asked the question, so I've got a Facebook page, and I've got LinkedIn, and I've got Instagram, and I'm doing some Twittering, I'm doing some tweeting. Like, yeah, that's great, they're like, but what's it all about? How does it all combine? Your website's the place to integrate it, right? And I think what's most important about that is every consumer is different, every person's different. So some like to use Facebook a lot. Some like to use Instagram a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Some like, fill in the blank. There's new technology, new tools every day. If you give people the opportunity to access those tools and give them a selection to best engage you, then you're providing a service to them that many people aren't. Your competitors might not be doing, right? So on our page, it links to our Facebook because we know that some people like to follow that. So they can integrate there and they can use Facebook then to follow us. Some people go elsewhere, right? It's about being that central hub. Again, website's the cornerstone and everything else revolves around it and feeds it, right? So link that stuff on your site and integrate it.
Building on that, Eric, I think so. My nerdy thing in my design whatever world, branding and typography are kind of like my nerd out.
That's what you
moments.
geek out on?
Yeah, that's what I geek out on. But
Ask his wife, Brooke, what he's doing on a Friday night.
Brandon, no,
He's out there geeking out with
no, I'm not.
fonts.
I'm not playing with fonts. No, I've heard that joke before.
Okay.
I'm not doing it. Friday, yeah.
Hey,
So
guilty as charged. I used to do that too. Don't feel bad, brother.
I'm just trying to think of so in terms of branding. This is what I think about marketing integration to a designer specifically. What that means to me is branding, right? And a brand is more than just your logo and your fonts and your colors. A brand is an experience, right? And I don't know, maybe you want to take over and you either want to talk about what a brand experience means to you from like the Bronco side, or maybe a brand that you have specific affinity for.
Well, I think I'll just use NVIDIA.
Sure.
Because
that's a great brand.
we talk about this a lot at NVIDIA. In NVIDIA, we try to be transparent. We try to be easy to get to know, right? So we want people, good, bad, and ugly. We're not perfect, and we don't claim to be, but we're going to try hard, and we're going to treat you well, and we're going to take care of you as a customer. Everything that we do online has that at the foundation. Right? So when we created an office space that is full of windows.
There's all windows, yeah.
Right? Because we want to be transparent. We don't want to be hiding in the corner. We want to be accessible, transparent, honest, open. And so we use our social media and our website as an opportunity to showcase that so you get a true idea of who we are as a business. And some people like that and engage us and they comment on that. Well, we really like the fact that we got to know you as opposed to some of your competitors, and we decided that you were the people we wanted to work with.
It's an experience. It really is it's an experience from the start, from the second they see our website. I'm just specifically talking about NVIDIA too. From the second they see our website, from the time, if we reach out to them, if they reach out to us, if they see us in public, we're stewards we try to be stewards in our industry, and we try to, live to an high integrity. It really is, I don't know if I have anything else to say.
Well, and I think why it's important when you're thinking about your website is a lot of times people build a virtual relationship with you before they build a physical one nowadays, because you're accessible online. They've looked at your LinkedIn profile. They've looked at your website. They've looked at your Facebook page. They are vetting you to make sure you are who you say you are. And if any of that stuff gets off kilter, is not aligned, or is not as good as the other component, there's risk there. And so let them build a good virtual relationship with you, because it'll lead to a good physical relationship.
Yep, that's right.
And that's what it's all about.
That's right. And no, did you have anything?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say we started with a little humor.
We think we're funny.
We think, okay, fine.
I think I'm funny.
Yeah.
I'm not probably funny.
Self-proclaimed, right? I think we could probably end on a little humor, right?
Can we?
Well, so I have a question for you.
Oh,
Does
boy.
the NVIDIA logo fit into our brand? Is that?
Mike's setting me up. So what Michael's asking is, if you've been paying attention to the video, we're a 9-year-old company, and as you may or may not know, I was the graphic designer when we started out, because I was a designer, a web designer.
Excellent designer.
I'm not sure about that. I worked hard.
It led to the great hair.
I am a good.
Not gray hair, great hair.
No, thanks for specifying.
I said great.
It is looking pretty
great.
good. It's long. I need to get it cut today, but
It's the best hair.
And I got
That's really what it is. Yeah.
the best hair in the video.
All right, sorry,
Thank you for
I
that.
always switch it
So
off.
I was a designer. I designed the logo. I'm very fond of it, and I always joke around because it might have been Mike's second day or third day. I don't know. He came to me and he was like, "Hey, Eric, what do you think about changing that
No,
logo?"
you asked me.
I asked him in his interview. When I was interviewing the guy, I like to mess
Try to
around and
dog me
Yeah,
there.
I kind of throw people off, and so he's sitting in the interview. He's interviewing for this position with this technology company, and I said, "Hey, man, what do you think of our logo?" And
I said it was nice. I said it was great.
It looks great, Eric. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, tell me,
Great.
why don't you
Tell me more about
tell
it.
me more
right?
about that? And so he handled it beautifully, but he said there was
I'm a
opportunity
star.
to be better. And why it's a funny story to start out with, but why it's important and it aligns with our point that we're making today is that he came to me one day and he said the whole brand experience we take. We put a lot of time in our website and our social media and things like that, and we're trying to be this thing. Eric, you work on values and purpose, and you talk to us, and we have these very specific, this clarity. And I don't think the logo aligns with the purpose and the values. And he made a really great case about the fact that the logo needed to change. And so that's how seriously we take that alignment that we talk about, whether it's a website or social media or the conversation on the phone with us. He said, I think we need a softer, more approachable logo. And he was right. And he designed one and it was excellent. And I've had a hard time adopting it because
It looks a lot like
the first logo.
There's a lot
right?
of brand equity there.
But and we're getting mileage out of that because people see the kind of organization we're trying to be digitally, and they're contacting us for service.
Right.
And that's what we want to work for you guys. As you think about your website, if you're not giving it an A+, there's opportunity to do it better, right? And so we're gonna, as I mentioned, we're gonna start segments like this to help you use technology to better improve your business. And we're gonna do probably one a week or two. So pay attention to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Movidia. Obviously you're here if you're watching this video. Go to Movidia.com, read our blogs, follow along because we're gonna create some client community, and we're gonna add some valuable resources out there that can help you as a business owner grow your business. So with that said, feel free to email us, call us. We'd love to chat with you about some of these strategies we're talking about today. Otherwise, tune in again in our next feature. We're gonna be talking probably about SEO. I'm looking at my marketing person, Kim. Is our next one SEO? Yeah. Advisor@Movidia.com, and no, advisor is not spelled wrong. Advisor, ADVISER, look it up. That's a proper way to say advisor or spell advisor. We looked it up.
Glad we're
Lots of debate. That's wounds that haven't healed yet. 888-898-8960 is our phone number. Give us a call. Talk to Michael. Talk to our sales reps that have a really good understanding of websites and how they can make a difference in your world. This is Michael. I'm Eric. Tuning out. Talk to you soon. Deuces.